my name's Lilia, and I created this space because I recently turned 30 and I wanted to share with everyone what I've learned in the past 10 years, what I learned during my 20s, and maybe it can help you as a little bit of advice, or it can help you change your perspective on your own life, or maybe what is around you. So today I want to talk about checking yourself. We're going to talk a little bit more on the personal side and why it's important to keep checking yourself, and that means inside. Kind of asking yourself questions. If you're ever going to be honest with anyone in the world, it should be with you. If you want to be dishonest with the rest of the world, that's up to you, but always ask yourself questions and always answer them as truthfully as you can, because that is the only way that you can actually get to know you. If there's anything that we have learned during 2020 is to look inside. We can't go outside couldn't go outside for the longest time, so we had to kind of like look inwards to see what was going on inside our world, because we're our own personal universe inside, in our heads, in what's going on in your mind, what you think, what you feel. It's a whole thing that's happening inside you, and sometimes we forget to check ourselves and check what is going on inside that big capsule. So what I always suggest to people, and someone told me this years ago at some point in my life, and it has helped me a lot in the past few years, is constantly ask yourself why. What do I mean by this? Example, you go to a restaurant or you go to buy food and they don't have the food you want and you get angry. Well, why are you angry that they don't have mac and cheese that day? It's not their fault. Like, you don't have to be angry with that, or why are you so annoyed with that fact? So just ask yourself, why am I annoyed that they don't have mac and cheese? Well, I really wanted mac and cheese. Well, why did you want mac and cheese? Because I wanted comfy food today. Well, why did you want comfy food? Oh, because I feel sad. Okay, why do you feel sad? And keep going. Why do I feel sad? Well, because I feel demotivated today. Okay, why? Because I didn't finish my work yesterday. Okay, why didn't you finish your work? And keep going until you get to the last reason. Like, when you can't ask yourself why anymore, you will find the roots of what's making you feel this way. And it's going to help you understand yourself better, your feelings better, and it's super important, because if you do not understand what's happening inside yourself, you're not going to understand what's going on in the world. You're going to take things personally. You're going to get angry at people that have absolutely nothing to do with it. Your waiter, your cashier, whoever you're talking to that does not have that mac and cheese, it is not their fault that you really wanted mac and cheese that day. It's something inside you, but it's important to ask why. And by checking yourself all the time, you can start reaching out also and figuring out what's going on in your life. I went through a horrible point of depression. When I graduated from my master's, I went through a horrible depression phase where I went from 100% to 0% of work or anything to do, so it was difficult to get up in the mornings. I was like, I don't want to do anything today. Well, why don't I want to do anything? Because I have nothing to do. Like, do you really not have anything to do? We always have something to do, especially because I was looking for a job, so I should have been doing something. I just couldn't find it inside myself until I started asking myself questions. Like, okay, well then what can you do to feel a little bit better? Me, for example, every day if I wake up and I make my bed, it makes me feel better. Okay, so now let's make it a habit to every day wake up, make your bed. Showering gives me a little bit more energy. So like, start doing little things that can help you. And the only way you're gonna know these little things is gonna be by asking yourself why, and asking yourself what's going on in your life. Which takes me to another important point, and is how you talk to yourself. This is another thing that changed my life completely, because a person, I don't know you guys, but I talk to myself all the time, and the person who is going to be harshest to you is going to be yourself. If you wake up in the morning, you had a horrible night, you wake up in the morning and see yourself in the mirror and be like, oh, I look so bad today. That's not going to help with your energy that day. You're going to feel bad the rest of the day because you just told yourself you look bad. Wake up and be like, oh, okay. I look good. Talk to yourself. Be nice to yourself. If you're nice to the rest of the world, I used to be like that. I used to be nice to absolutely everyone, cheering everyone on, telling them they look beautiful and that shirt was awesome or their work was awesome. But then I get home and talk to myself and be like, oh, you really wore that today? And talk horrible to myself. And that did not help My emotions did not help my self-esteem at all until I started talking a little bit better to myself. Wake up, well, maybe you look a little tired. It's fine. We'll be like, oh, but guess what? You made your bed today. Congratulations, you did a great job. Applaud your own successes. Don't always wait for someone else to tell you did a good job. Tell yourself, hey, I woke up today. Hey, I got an 8-hour sleep. I made my bed. Good job. You went for a jog today, or good job. Like, congratulate yourself and talk nicely to yourself. Simple as that. And it goes back to checking yourself. If you suddenly realize that you're talking badly to yourself, it's something that you can work on and start saying nicer things to you, which also leads to making mistakes. We all make them. It is a human characteristic, if you want to see it that way. It's something that happens. We are not perfect. We are far from perfect. You, me, everyone. But if you always talk badly to yourself whenever you make them, you're going to continue to make them, and you're going to feel so bad. Take it from me, I'm a perfectionist. I want to do everything perfect the first time, and if it's not done perfectly, I talk so bad to myself, like, oh, you didn't work hard enough, you didn't put the effort, you should have done better. Don't do that to yourself. There's people outside that can do that for you. There's always going to be someone outside that's ready to criticize yourself. So don't start being that person. You talk good to yourself. Be like, you know what? This didn't go the way I wanted. Why? Okay. I learned from it. I keep going. But guess what? You tried it. You tried something new. You tried it. You went for it. So that's a good thing. There's always a silver lining. There's always something good that you can tell yourself. What did I learn? I made this horrible mistake. Okay. What did you learn from it? I learned that next time I can call the restaurant and check if they have mac and cheese first. I don't know. There's a lot of things that you can get from mistakes. They happen. We know, and remember, no one lives a life of no mistakes. You might not see them, they might not tell you about it, but we all make them. So whenever you do make them, congratulate yourself for what you did, for going ahead and doing it. A lot of people go through life without actually throwing themselves into learning new stuff, learning new skills, doing new things. I opened a YouTube channel. Look at me in front of a camera. I was super scared of doing this, but guess what? I'm here. I'm learning, and every time I hope it will be better and I can give better advice. It's about growing, it's about learning, and it's about going forward. So this is what I have for you guys today. Like, always check yourself, ask yourself questions, go inside. Go inside. Don't worry about the world around you for a minute every single morning. Talk to yourself. How are you feeling today? What do you want to do today? What do you want to learn? How did yesterday go? Kind of recap your life as well. And those conversations with yourself, make them a good one. Make it a happy one. Make it an exciting one, a congratulation, applaud yourself, and always, always be nice for yourself. Because why? We all have great things. We all have good things, not just bad things. So yes, stay strong and keep talking to yourself as if you were the greatest person in the world, because you probably are. And thank you for being here again, and I'll talk to you soon. Hey, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I would love to also know your opinions. Leave a comment about what you think. Even if you disagree, I would love to hear from you. So hope you have a great rest of your day and stay strong.